equestrians, come along with me today to take my baby horse on his first ever cross-country schooling. So this is going to be a really raw, really real vlog of his first experience. There's not going to be any sugarcoating. I'm just going to kind of show it all and give you guys a really real version of, what it would be like to take a young horse cross-country schooling for the first time. So I'm just getting him his breakfast, and while he eats, I'm, of course, have to play with Owen, and he's going to give me a nice big smile right there. He's the cutest. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do other things to get ready, like pack some hay up for him. He never really eats while we're going other places. He's just always too busy by whatever's going on, but I like to have it there just in case. And then last night was the first chilly night we've had this year, so he was in his sheet overnight, so I'm just kind of taking that off now because it's slowly starting to warm back up. And just letting him finish his breakfast and finish getting him ready to go. So once I take his blanket off, I'm just going to groom him up and everything and get him ready to put him on the trailer and head to the schooling. Ready to go? Ready to go? Okay, let's go have some fun. Nobody needs to know that. That just happened, so. You missed it, but I didn't fall that time.
Yeah.
Just for the record.
Doubt it.
To show, I only fell once. Country boy. Oh, it's crazy. Okay, I'll get you more juice. Bribing him to like cross country with treats.
you can go.
So once I got on him, he was really looky at all the other horses, running around and jumping, but I walked him for a while and eventually he kind of chilled out, and then I kind of started doing a little warm-up on him, and he was being a very good boy the second we kind of started getting to work and he started paying attention to something. He was being really good. And he seemed really soft and relaxed, and we had breaks, as you can see here, which was nice. And yeah, overall, he was a really good boy. We just did a little tiny walk, trot, canter warm-up, just trying to get him relaxed and also get his attention on me, because there were a lot of distractions at this point, and he's a baby horse with a baby brain, so he's easily distracted. So yeah, overall, I was really happy with his warm-up. Once I got him focusing and once he was nice and relaxed and warmed up, we decided it was time to start jumping. So we went to go look for the smallest jump we could find. This place doesn't have a whole lot, but we stumbled upon this one and decided to give it a go. And at first he was like, why are you trotting me up to a giant object? So I gave him a little pat, and then we came around and tried it again, just reassured him and just kind of let him know that, okay, I actually want you to jump it, believe it or not. So this time we came around and he was a little bit more understanding of what I wanted, and he was like, okay. And then last minute he was like, ugh, I can't do that. That looks hard. So this time I felt like he had, built up his confidence, and I felt pretty confident that he was going to pop over it this time for me. So I gave it one more little trot around and see what he would think, and he leapt right on over it. Minimal effort, as you can tell. It was really awkward and uncomfortable, but we did it again, and this time he jumped even bigger. And I tried to hang on as best as I could. I felt kind of bad for tugging on him and flying all over the place, but he did jump like a maniac. So I tried to slip my reins as best as possible, but he was a good boy. So we walked around some more once we realized he was going to jump them so big, and found one little tiny log. This was the smallest jump we could find here, but I just schooled him over this a couple of times until he realized that, oh, actually, I don't have to jump it so big. And he sort of started to relax over this a little bit. And I was really proud of him for not stopping at this one at all. He had kind of figured out what the deal was. And then once we were done with that, we came up to the water complex, which he really did not want to go in until he saw some of his friends go in the water. And then he was like, okay, all right. And then coming out of it was also scary for some reason. But after a little coaxing, he decided that he'd jump on out of it for me. So I was really happy that I eventually got him in and out. And then we kind of played around in it a little bit more so that he wasn't scared of it. And eventually he kind of got the hang of the water and started to actually kind of like it. After this, I decided to try and see if he'd trot in for me. And of course, in true Oakley fashion, once he figures something out, he goes for it. So he goes on and does a little jump in for me, which was super cute, and it was just so sweet. He's such a good boy. But yeah, he started really start to have some fun in the water, and it was great. And then we just moved on to more jumps. So again, he thought he needed to jump this one gigantic. So we jumped it a couple more times and just kind of waited for him to realize he could jump it like a normal horse and he didn't have to go straight up and down. Eventually he got a little bit more forward and started jumping out instead of up, which was really uncomfortable, but can't complain, he was jumping. So again, we did it a couple more times and a couple little excited bounces because his rider on his back is all over the place. I'm trying my best, Oakley. So we just kept jumping a couple more, and then eventually this last time he jumped it a little more normal. And so we moved on to the bank, which he did amazing. I was so surprised. He was so brave. Jumped out really hard the first time, and then after going down it once, he kind of realized he didn't need to launch it and could just kind of step down, which was a lot more comfortable for me. Thank you, Oakley. And then we moved on to our last set of jumps, which he started to do really well on and started to kind of figure things out and get the hang of everything and be a little bit smoother with it. So I was really happy with these last two. He really kind of started to feel like his normal self, which was good. And then this next time around, I let him canter in the second fence, and it was so absolutely beautiful. He just didn't miss a beat cantering up to this second fence. It felt so nice. I was so happy. And then I called it quits after that for jumping, but we did go down to the water one more time. Wanted to see if he would be brave and trot in all by himself without his friends, and he did. He was a little hesitant at first, but he did it, so I was so happy with that. And then I decided to see if he'll canter through it once, which he did. He had to push a little bit. He said it's hard work cantering through water, but he did it, and then he was done. I was so happy with how he did and so proud. He got all the treats in the world and all the love. He just truly showed me how good of a baby horse he was this weekend, and I just couldn't have been happier. He was so brave. He was maybe a little bit extra at times, but he doesn't have a naughty bone in his body, so I love him to death, and I'm really happy he gave me such a nice fun ride and gave me a little idea of if he could maybe be a cross-country horse one day. So yeah, I just had so much fun. I hope you guys enjoyed watching him attempt cross-country. I know it wasn't the prettiest thing on the planet, but it was his first time, and it's not going to be the prettiest ever, but it ended up being a great experience for him, very confidence building, and I had a lot of fun too. So now I'm just giving him, all the treats and love-ins and starting to untack him and get ready to pack up and head back home. Alright, you guys, well, that's all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it, and we'll catch you on the next video. Bye!